Hello and welcome to Zharotia studio. My name is Georgina Maddox and I'm a critic and curator. I studied at MS University, Baroda, where I did my art history, and then I did my mass communication at Sapphires in Mumbai. Today I am going to take you with me to interview 5 artists who are printmakers, and we are going to explore the world of printmaking. Now, you may ask me, what is printmaking? Is it the same as taking an offset print? No, it is not. It is different. The printmaking techniques have been there in the world for many years, and they came to India with the polyglot Bible first. The etching that was used to spread religion, also woodcuts, and then finally you have the silk screen prints, which are the colorful and most popular printmaking technique right now. I would say etching is also very popular, and we have artists like Anandmoy Banerjee telling us about his journey. We have Apte telling us about his journey. We have Kavita Nayyar, who is going to share her experience with printmaking. Moti Zharotia and Sushanta Guha. So I welcome you now to take this journey with us so that we can speak to each of these printmakers and discover what it is about printmaking that fascinated them. So some of them are doing etching, some of them are doing silk screen printing, a few of them have done etching as well as woodcut, and a few of them have also done lino cut. So all the artists are from different parts of the country. Some of them have studied in Calcutta, some of them have studied in Baroda, and some at Delhi College of Art. All these artists are well known to Zharotia, and it is his organization that brings them together to talk about this medium, which is on one hand challenging, but it is also a boon, because you can really enjoy the technicalities of printmaking. You can create different textures, you can create different looks, different colors, and you have editions, which is different in the sense that it is democratic, because editions are a little more affordable than the original printmaking, the original artwork. So that is why I would say that maybe a lot of printmakers have a bit of a chip on the shoulder, and they have to deal with the market forces, because the love of printmaking and the market forces are not always working together. You know, sometimes they clash. So that is where I think the challenge lies. Now, coming back to the artists that we have interviewed, I had Anandmoy Banerjee, who I had just introduced, and he is somebody who has worked with uh, silk screen printing. He's also worked with etching. He's also worked with lino cut, and I have seen all the 3 or 4 examples of his work, and he's really into exploring the self through this medium. Then we have Dattatreya Apte, who is somebody who has used his experience as a realist painter to bring that to printmaking and kind of explore the architectural beauty that buildings bring into our life. There is also Kavita Nayyar, who has used a lot of her work is etching, and she's trained as a painter as well. So she uses a lot of her paintings to inspire her prints. And one of the sad incidents that she has dealt with is the loss of her daughter, Sakshi, who is her muse that appears in her work quite often. Even before something happened to her daughter, she was already her muse. So she continues now to look for her daughter in the flowers as a little kind of an umbilical cord that connects her with her daughter. Then we have Moti Zharotia, who is also related to Zharotia, and he used to watch his brother working as an artist and got inspired by it. Even though he wanted to be a lawyer, he wanted to explore art very, very passionately. And it was that desire to explore art that finally surfaced in him, and he was not able to control it anymore, and he gave his entire time and life to being an artist and created beautiful silk screen prints. And what is so unique about his work is that he uses a kind of a technique where he mixes colors and he comes up with a different kind of a consistency of the color, which is very hard to do with printmaking, because most people, when they use a roller, they just put one flat shade, and then you create textures and colors by putting layer upon layer. But Moti Zharotia is different because he mixes the colors, and he will tell us more about that when we interview him. Finally, we have Sushanta Guha, who is also studied in Calcutta and then come to Delhi. And his work is, what should I say, very unique in the sense that he uses a lot of strong and powerful lines. And he likes to use lithographs as well as etchings. And the main thing that if you look at his work, you feel that strength of the line, the movement of the line, the kind of power that he brings to his work when he creates those compositions of man and nature, and also the man and female relationship, that where he kind of brings a personal narrative to his work. In fact, all the artists are taking personal narratives and creating universal art. And the beauty about printmaking is that not only the technique, but also the fact that it can be shared, and you can have up to 100 prints. Although these artists do not do up to 100 prints, they are usually going between 15 and 20, so that the value for the print remains. And in fact, Mr. Guha tells us about how artists even destroy the original plate from which the print is made. And sometimes this happens a lot in the West. The collector wants to buy the original print as well as the plate from which it is made. So the etching plate or the litho plate or even the woodcut plate, the woodcut that is there, they either ask for it or they get it destroyed, so that they know that there's only 20 prints and that uniqueness is kind of maintained. See, the thing about art is that collectors like to have that uniqueness. They don't want to share too much. And the uniqueness is what brings the value to the artwork and the price. But printmaking has challenged that. And now with many things like NFTs and we have prints in the that are also offset prints, or even if you take a photograph on your phone, you can personalize it and you can make it yours. But is it an artwork? So let's find out. Let us go on the journey and find out what is the story behind printmaking.